Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
I have to make an announcement. The Keith and the Girl app, KATG.com/app, is amazing, usually. What happened is, everybody had siphoned the money from your account. And no, see, you think that, and then I tell you what really happened. It's not that bad. Here's what really...
I can't believe you just did that. Not even for a moment. I don't know how you're comfortable with yourself. But no, go on. Live your best life. No, that's cool.
I labeled one of the shows incorrectly, and mixing up the numbers may have fucked up the app for people. And shows after the award show may not have come into your feed. You might have to re-download the app. Okay? I'm sorry, all right? Quit embarrassing me and re-download the thing. Now, here's the kicker. You don't know this show is out. I can't. Now, this is almost, I'm going to turn it on the audience. You didn't think I'd have to talk about Peacemaker's Wonderful Music, the HBO series? You wouldn't think I'd have to. I hope you went, whoa, I got to look this up. Something must be wrong. Okay. All right. It's my fault. Stop humiliating me. It was a mistake.
Wow. What an amazing apology from Keith Malley.
Yes.
Humble, kind, gentle.
Well, it's a gentle, gentle time. It was Martin Luther King Jr. Day the other day. And this poor guy, because it does sneak up on us sometimes, it seems, at least white people, right? I think it's the way the government fucked black people again. And they're like, you know what? You can have your day, but it's in the winter. No one can grill. Fuck you. I think it's something you have to notice. And then you see MLK Jr. quotes everywhere on social media. But it's funny when all the quotes have ellipsis. Like Martin Luther King Jr. was a bore, but I'll tell you the point. It's time to ... do the right thing. You get it. He kind of droned on, but you get it. Send. Here's me on the beach. You heard perhaps about the synagogue, that there was a standoff in it. And Texas rabbi detailed the standoff and said that the gunman, quote, literally thought that Jews control the world. 2022, this is still out there.
I haven't heard of this. Can you explain a little more?
That's all I know. I'm like, oh, another mass shooting. Okay. I just read headlines now when it comes to mass shootings.
This is so weird because you said there was some kind of synagogue mess and, Jew related thing. And I was like, wow, we biked earlier to Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which is, has a very, very Hasidic side. And there was something going on with their own emergency vehicles where they make it seem like these are official government emergency vehicles. But then when you look, it's like it says a Hebrew word on it or whatever. Nobody knows what's going on. Traffic is backed up. And when you said that's happening, I'm like, did I just bike through Texas? Something in the news? And then you said Texas. All right. I'm just, it's just my little thought process.
I could see myself doing that. The propaganda is still going on that Jews control the world. And then you get messes like this. Alex Edelman tweeted out, LOL, you dumb bitch. We couldn't even keep Mel Gibson out of Daddy's Home too.
Wow.
I think it's clear that Jews don't have a lot of Hollywood power. All right. Mel Gibson is going to direct Lethal Weapon 5. They've lost their power over the years, these Jews.
Also, it's interesting who decides to take action and what kind of action. Jews control the media. I'm going to go shoot people. I need such passion over other people's thoughts and feelings. Is that how it is? And you feel that way? Excuse me. I'm going to go take action on something I have no idea about.
And research is hard. I want to take action, but I want to look up where the head synagogue is. Like, if you want to get the Illuminati, then that's where you would go. You're just going down the street because you're lazy. Like, synagogue, I'll take out a couple. Those guys don't run Hollywood. You know where they work.
Hollywood's a place. You know that, right?
Right. Follow a couple of them around and be like, okay, he works at this store and he works at the...
Maybe they think Hollywood is like a kind of Jew. Like you have the Hasidic Jews, you have the Reform Jews, and then you have the Hollywood Jews. And they just have like a Hollywood synagogue. What they don't know is like Hollywood is a place or it's an industry.
Right.
Times are confusing and people are dumb. That combination equals shooting.
In more world news, Prince Andrew, who has been connected with pictures and otherwise with Jeffrey Epstein and Giselle Maxwell and girls, has been stripped of his military titles. So, and I know what you're thinking, like, let's attack now. Let's attack now. They don't forget, they have knights over there also in England. All right. So just because a fake prince was stripped of military title, which I think is a move. I don't know. Again, who gives a shit? I only read the headline. But I think it's a move so that he could be arrested now. It's to separate the castle from the kingdom.
Okay, because they kind of give and take some stuff very willy-nilly. Like Elton John is a knight, from what I understand. So
Elton John, Paul McCartney, Ben Kingsley, Bill Gates. Bill Gates apparently joined the other side as a knight.
Bill Gates is not even a dodgeball champion, let alone a knight with fucking
out there. Imagine them swords fucking falling out. Still got guys.
It's so interesting. These places that we're supposed to take seriously, like you're supposed to take your college degree seriously, but Seinfeld was offered a college, something like that. I think it was Seinfeld who was offered like a Queens College, or maybe he actually graduated from Queens College. But because you're a celebrity, colleges go, hey, how about we just give you a certificate that says that you got your knowledge from here, because we think you're knowledgeable to have gone here. It's almost as if you read all our books is what we're saying. When you speak, we feel like you took our philosophy class. Here's a degree. So, and then I'm supposed to take that seriously and actually go to your classes.
Right. Right. Oh, I saw you on TV, Mr. Cosby. You're a real gynecologist now. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then they go, we have to take this back. Like, how could you take it back? I learned it all. Yeah, but you rape people. That doesn't take away my knowledge. I'm a fake doctor from you.
Right.
Did we think anything of that, by the way, back in the day, Cosby Show? He really was a gynecologist, if anybody thinks I'm joking, in the TV show. And he did it from his house. He did it downstairs.
I don't think so, because they weren't... They were calling him a gynecologist, but they weren't focused on that title. They were more focused on he's the baby deliverer. So he's the one who brings life into this world. It wasn't it wasn't specific to he checks out vaginas. He was always delivering.
Yeah. Delivering
There's a difference, in the way that we look at someone also.
Sure.
Yeah. Plus that was wholesome.
Yeah, that was wholesome,
What's his face from Growing Pains? The father there had his therapy sessions in the office in the house also. It sort of gives the illusion that it's like the stay-at-home dad in a way, but still giving dad a career but like a modern day feel. I feel like that's what they were going for around that time. Sure.
I think what they were going for was one simple set and make it done. And we don't have to worry about you getting into a car and driving anywhere. I think that's what they were more focused on.
Did the Hollywood Jews tell you that? Because you have some inside information.
We're getting closer to the 24-hour Keith and the Girl live show. What can I tell you? It starts Saturday, February 5th. That's what I can tell you. Saturday, February 5th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Put it on your calendar. Why not? Right? Seriously. You want to miss it? It's live. It's on the Keith and the Girl YouTube page. Subscribe. Hit that bell. You'll also be reminded. Okay? I'm very excited, Linda. Nervous and excited. In fact, I got my athletic greens right here. We talked about this the other day.
Yes.
I drink my greens in the morning faithfully every day. Kenda's my witness.
It's true.
Right? I'm in OMAP. Water break. Joke's on you. Green break, bitch. There's no reason I'd have to say all that, but I do. And I drink it down. And I don't think of it in a sexist way at all. I'm just like...
No, because in OMAC Club, you're allowed to call me anything in your head. I even say that sometimes. I'm like, sure, go ahead. In fact, write it down as one of your exercises. But that's not what we share out loud. So we learn inside voice, outside voice. There's so much happening in OMAC Club.
So here's what I'm talking about. athleticgreens.com/KATG. I want better gut health. Done. More energy. That I honestly feel. Optimized immune system. Seems good to me. Got over COVID pretty good. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. All right, let's ignore that. Don't be confused, but I did, and I take these. I'm saying that, Keith Malley, not the company. In fact, I don't know what it does regarding COVID. Okay, forget all of that. But I take it, and I just got a negative result back. Okay, I don't know. I'm not in the lab. All right, look, I've been taking it for what?
Start over. Hi. Hey, Keith, I saw you at OMAC Club this morning, and I thought we were all drinking water, but I feel like I saw that your water was a different color. Is that your pipes over there in New York, or what's happening?
No, this is the COVID releasing athletic green. Oh, God damn it. Okay. All
okay,
right.
start over. Okay.
Hello, folks.
At 3, 2, 1. Hey, Keith, how you doing today? I noticed you had a zip of energy
Athletic
this morning.
greens.
Oh, I was wanting to ask you about athletic greens. Please explain.
I wanted better gut health. Okay. I'm having deja vu, but I wanted more energy, optimized immune system. And now I'm getting it. I drink all those otherwise disgusting grains. No offense to greens. I don't know if I could say that, but I just drink all these down. Popeye. And it's not bad tasting. I've had green drinks before. You probably have too. They're usually horrid, right? You know what? In OMAT, Catherine Heller was there. She showed me. She's got athletic greens too. And I go, do you put ice in yours? And she goes, no. Instead of water, I use unsweetened almond milk. It's like a smoothie, like half a dessert. It sounds like, right?
I didn't even. Okay, I sound.
I didn't know
silly.
you could make your own fucking rules. That sounds good.
Right? Who knew? Shout out to Catherine Heller.
I'm going to give you 6 choices. You tell me what you want to hear more about. You want to hear more about the health facts, the price, the reviews and testimonials, sustainability and values, or importance of a multivitamin. I'm not going to tell you the founder's story. He wanted to make things better. He did. He's healthy. You can be too. Okay, so you know his story. What else would you like to know?
Can you just tell me thumbs up or thumbs down for all of those categories?
Health facts, thumbs up.
Okay.
Lifestyle friendly. Whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Price, thumbs up.
Yep.
It's cheaper than getting all the different supplements yourself. You're investing in an all-in-one nutritional insurance. Reviews and testimonials. Now, this is the important part of your resume. This is your references.
Stars up or stars down?
Stars up. Athletic Green has over 7,000 5-star reviews. In fact, recommended by professional athletes, trusted by leading health experts.
You know, I can tell that you have better gut health because I used to feel like I hate your guts, but now
you can stand me.
There's something about it. Yeah. I thought it was the new year. No, Athletic Greens.
Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. And, that other thing. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day, or, apparently milk, apparently almond milk. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, they're giving you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do, you go to athleticgreens.com/KATG. Again,
those travel packs or something, right?
Yeah.
Nice and thin.
Very convenient. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/KATG. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Okay. I woke up today, did a little OMAT, had my Athletic Greens. There is something to starting the day new. I don't know if that sounds stupid, but yesterday I was having a day, and how early legally can you check off the day on the calendar? I have a wall calendar. It's like 7 p.m. I'm like, you're getting a big fucking X. Fuck you.
I honestly love that. And I love that you said that because I have had it and it's usually honestly around 7. I go, that's it. I'm done. And Xerxes usually goes, yeah, I have more work to do. I'm like, I always have more work to do. I am officially done. And that just means this list that I have, that's the end of it.
Right.
For fucking today.
What do you got? You guys that like lists, and I'm trying to be better at them. When you cross things off, I understand the good feeling. Do you talk to yourself and be like, fuck you? Because that's how I do my calendar. I go, top left to top right, fuck, and then top right to bottom left, you.
That's one way of doing it.
Okay.
I tend to, and I do speak out loud as I'm crossing it. I cross it slow and I go, yes.
I try to make my Sharpie squeak on the paper wall calendar. It doesn't really do it. But
like a psycho.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Every X is shaky.
I had to do something in person for last minute taxes, something. And you call
That's
the phone
actually
number.
how he gets to the office. He's like, I'm here for taxes something.
I'm here for taxes.
I bet if I tell you a bunch of numbers, like my social security, you'll be able to tell me what that something is.
He said, something's up with my license and I can't do something over the website. You have to do it in person. I make a phone call for an appointment. They send me to a building that's closed, signs all over it. Call this 800 number. Nobody will answer because even the IRS is having COVID problems. It's related. They're people, it seems.
Oh, I have news for you. This was happening before COVID also. It's such a beautiful, the IRS has a monopoly. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Call customer service, give them a bad Yelp review. They could literally do anything they want.
But I want to pay you.
I spoke to the accountant recently. I go, they sent me this message. And then the following message contradict the first message. And he goes, yeah, you're right. And I go, and then they tell me to call the number. I'm on hold on the number for literally 3 hours. And then it disconnects. I guess they lost their Wi-Fi. I don't fucking know. And then he's like, yeah, you're right. And I go, what do we do? And he's like, you can't do anything. I'm like, but I'm calling the number that they gave me. He's like, yeah, they don't have to do anything. They can't do anything. And I'm like, but this letter doesn't match with this letter. He's like, yeah, sometimes they don't talk to each other. I'm like, there's multiple thems.
Right.
It's the same number.
There's not a notes section. Keith and the Girl has a notes section on every listener that ever wrote. And so, then I'm just guessing and I'm like, all right, you know what? I live in New York City. Let's go to whatever the main US New York City building is. There's got to be one. And there is. And it's by Chinatown. It's huge. And there's fucking eagles on it. There's all your money. There's fucking eagles. You walk in after you go through a metal detector, a whole airport security thing. And then there's, for no reason, a mini natural history museum of 5 things. No one's there, because everybody's using the elevator to go up to the IRS. Then you get to the IRS and it looks like, any boring office building.
Not just any boring.
Trained.
I have experienced this and it is amazing. You walk in, like, it looks like this could be the White House hallway. There's pictures of the presidents, with like really nice framing and the security is like tucked in and everything. And it looks like you're going to be patted down in the elevator, off the elevator. It's just high end, beautiful, like the wood, like they spent money. And the elevator door opens to the floor that the IRS is in. And Office Space, the movie, it is more depressing than that. The dividers between the cubicles are like off their little wheels, because they have to like close the door on them. So like it's a sliding door. And it's like worse than, the 80s beach houses that are like, this is fancy, but now they're just, washed out. Right. It is depressing. It's like in Office Space, the guy that was looking for his stapler, they kept moving him to a worse and worse location, worse than his worst location. That's what you get when the doors open. Yeah.
Maybe it's just hitting me now. Maybe they have a customer service. I'm still going through something, so I don't want to say too much. Maybe they have their attitude because they see how much money people give them, and they look around and they're like, "Well, can you stop the light from blinking above my head?" And I'm like, "Here's too many thousands of dollars." Right. But my coffee break's going to be the big deal for me, you piece of shit. They hate us. We hate them. They hate us.
Right. But we shouldn't be punching down like that. Then there's, so I got that letter that contradicts itself. And then of course, the accountant is like, don't take a picture of it. Can you scan it and send it to me? And then I can't find the wire for the scanner. And he's like, don't go to like a Kinko's or nothing. I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the fake Kinko's. I'm not arguing with you. Right. You want a scan. I'm getting you a scan. So whatever, how much it is, I thought it'd be 30 cents. It's $1 for the first page, 50 cents each additional. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, go ahead and do it. Yes, of course. I don't understand. Because if you would have said $1, I would have said yes. You should make it $1. And so, okay.
And you don't go through it if it's too hard. Well, what does that mean? When you're on a special tax man who knows things IRS website, can you click, but I didn't want them to do too much?
Right.
Do I do it or not do it?
Tell me, I am now a robot. You insert the code. I will go do it.
Right.
Now, the guy took $1.50 and was like, okay. And he's just standing there. And I go, well, here are the papers to scan. And he's like, he comes around. I'm like, oh, I made him scan it for me. And I go, I could do it, but I just stand there.
Right.
I don't want to learn your scan machine. I just gave you $1.50 for two pieces of paper for the IRS to shove it up my ass. So he has to move a different thing that somebody else just scanned. It's the same kind of letter from the IRS. So everybody's getting it now.
Wow.
It must be in my neighborhood or something, you know, or in New York in general, but it was the same paper.
I get into the main building and they go, do you have an appointment? I go, not for here, but for this other place that's closed. Well, here's this number. And they give me this 800 number. I can almost like 545 50. I almost have it memorized. I saw it everywhere. Hands me this thing. Oh, here's this number. Call for an appointment. I'm like, oh, right now, actually, they're not. They say they're short staffed, that nobody's there making appointments anymore. That's the number. I'm like, okay, can I happen to be here? Can I? Yeah, I'm picturing Henda raising her eyebrows, and I go, okay, but you know, I don't say this way, but we're here. I say, can I make an appointment today, please? I have to. I just have to give somebody monies, please may I give them money? And she goes, no, not if there's no appointment. Like,
and no one's there. No one's there. No one.
There's if no customers are there. None of us are there. No civilians.
He just got
there.
flabbergasted. That was him trying to get the word "no one was there" out.
I'm picturing the room. I'm picturing the room of like 6 workers just sitting there, and they're like, "Sorry, no appointment. You can't do it." I go, how can I make an appointment? They're like, we don't make the appointments. What a great fucking job. So somebody else at 1-800, like, do you know what I asked, by the way? First time I said, do you take, can I give the thing? She's like, here's the address where you mail in your check. I can't take your check. I'm like, oh, so people don't take checks anymore, or they don't take money in person last minute anymore. And they go, no. I'm like, okay, you know, update the website, I guess, but okay. Then I came back for some follow-up, like, hey, should I bother certifying mail? Is there some stamp or something we can get it done where it shows I gave a fuck and got it, you know, right in on the right day? Like, why? It's certified? Yeah, I don't know if you want. Why would you do that? What? Like, what? I don't know.
Everybody got hired with one piece of information. And if you don't ask that person, then they're like, no, that's not my department.
And when by the way, every time I came there, she happened to be coming out of the bathroom. This older lady. I don't know if that affects her performance or not, but interesting. So by the way, when I come back up to ask more questions, she goes, "Hi, do you have an appointment?" And almost like when I was a waiter, and I'd be like, "So no more coffee or dessert for anybody, right?" You know, it's coming to bite me in the ass. She's like, "And then no appointment, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hi. Did I see you before?" "Yeah, 2 fucking minutes ago." Anyways, then I asked this certified question. She just rolls her eyes and she goes, "You need an appointment." She's like, "You need an appointment to even talk to me." To even engage the receptionist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The people selling autographs at Comic-Cons have more self-respect than this. It's like, I can barely even talk to you right now. And I go, okay, so I'm just seeing, you know, about this check. Well, we can't take it without an appointment. Wait, you just said you can't take it without an appointment. Do you guys take money with an appointment? Yes, we do that. How the fuck did we not just have that conversation? But okay. So I start looking around the room and I'm seeing all these different 800 numbers. I call every 800 number. A certain 800 number told me how to do it on the website. And by the way, I tried with the website, something wrong with my license. It wasn't going through. But here was a different way. You have to, by the way, if you have a website,
oh my goodness,
don't have one of the rules be type in search this. Well, if that's the first thing on your answering machine, then everybody has that problem. Go to the search bar. That shouldn't be a thing. You want to find out? Go to our search bar, type in.
I have a 4-year-old nephew that is more legit than this bullshit. You know how when these customer service people, they say something so dumb and you're like, I can't just call you dumb. But when my nephew Max says something and he says something and it's like, you know, that's not what we're talking about, I actually just give him a face and go, really? And he laughs because even he knows he's full of shit at that minute.
Right.
Like You should be able to go, really?
Yeah.
Or you can just say real words. Come on.
Yeah. I say really to my stepkids.
Right. It's like, what do we do now?
And they laugh. Yeah.
But more like, what did you just say?
And here's my payment. I'm skipping. I'm an American citizen. Even the guards were excited. I'm here to make a payment. They're like, go upstairs. It feels so fucking good. And I'm whistling. And then upstairs, fuck you. Fuck you. By the way, they close at 4:30. Good. I'd hate for them to be stuck in traffic. I see why people snap. Mm-hmm. If there's a news story where a guy went in there and shat on every desk, I'd be like, no shit.
He said, by the way, he said shat on as in pooping.
Yes. You hear the no pun, then you go back. You figure it out. I get why people shouldn't, because you don't, first of all, it's amazing. You never know what day a person had. Then all of a sudden you're saying, no, you can't have extra sauce. There's sauce in the bag. And you wonder how people die.
Does the IRS go under your new segment? What was it? It was fast food.
Fast food murders.
Yes, fast food murders. No, let's not put the IRS under that. I'm gonna stop talking now and say very grateful that we have a system here in the United States of America, of which I get to be a citizen of. I have a passport and a passport card.
I did want to shit on the desk, and I'm thinking, like, you get to the bottom. Whatever security there is, they're not fucking paying attention. It's a long walk through this, mini history museum. Can you imagine that's where you took somebody to the mini history museum? They wouldn't even know what you're talking about. The security guards. What? Then you go upstairs. That's a slow moving elevator, 7 floors. I think you got time to shit on a couple desks is what I'm saying. A shit for you, and you. So shit's all around. Well, thank you for making this easy. Shit's all around and coming right up.
This message was not sponsored by Keith and the Girl. We do not agree with this, nor is this something that you should take action on. This was completely a joke and not a good idea. Thank you.
But Athletic Greens says, they say when you die, your body expels gas, right? Like if you don't shit yourself, you at least fart. I don't want to die like that. I want to use all my farts and shits when I'm alive. So don't push me. Yeah, I want to see Joe Biden do his taxes in real time without notice. That's what I want to see. I want to see our New York City mayor buy a Metro card from a machine and try to type in the zip code. You ever use those? Some machines are you got to guess a little to the right of the number you press. Every New Yorker knows that. You don't press the number, Bob. This is more a Brooklyn ATM. You do below the number on that one. I would like to see the mayor buy a Metro card. I want to see the governor of New York get insurance on his website. And if he has any trouble, I want to see him on the helpline.
Oh, I would pay for that. I would pay for that. I would pay by the minute, like it's porn.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh God. Yes. What else?
I want to see Ronald McDonald ask for a substitute on his Big Mac. I want to see the people in charge do the simple shit. Type in the search bar. Fuck you. I think this is why I get heated at the stupid shit, like people saying they like bad entertainment. We got to start telling the truth and saying this is fucking unreasonable. The new Matrix isn't cute for nostalgia's sake. It's fucking horrible.
It went south pretty quick. I thought at first I was like, oh, this is exactly what they mean by meta. It took him an hour and a half
to remember he knows karate. Okay. Last time I left you, I could fly. And now I don't know who the fuck I am or if I know karate. Okay.
I love their direct definition of meta. I think finally everybody understands what meta is.
Boring. Meta means boring. Meta means pretentious. Meta always did. The word itself is. That's meta. And I got a letter like, you clicked that you don't want your PPP loan forgiven. Oh, you could pay now. Why would I click that? Where would that be? Oh, you're not happy? You can have free COVID tests. What the fuck am I going to do with free COVID tests?
They are very hard to find right now.
But you get them. You don't go, yay, what a country. You get them and you go, all right. I'm not saying I want something fun like a toy, but don't act like you gave me something, you fucking Democrats. You didn't give me a fucking thing. It's true. It's true.
Don't use their words.
It's true.
Oh no.
That really makes us look like we have it together. Every household gets 4 free COVID tests. If you're a person going through COVID tests, this was your big break. What the fuck? What a waste of money. Unless it's a trick for the people who don't believe in the vaccine to have FOMO. And then they start getting tested and be careful. Other than that, it's really a fucking waste of money. I did on my adventures yesterday, going from 17 fucking tax places to the next. I found I had no problem finding. It's New York, but I didn't have a problem finding open testing sites. I had somebody test me. I'm negative. I'm not surprised.
Oh no, the at-home tests are hard to find, and the ones outside are a little harder to get to for people with jobs that require kids, whatever.
I follow, but if you're taking tests all the time, what is 4 going to do for you? Honestly, speaking of Catherine Heller, she made a bouquet out of all the tests she takes because she does different shows. Is 4 going to blow her fucking mind?
I don't know, but I know that people are getting sick, and if they take this and they're positive and they do have COVID, at least they could stay home.
Okay. I don't know. Well,
I convinced you.
Well, there's something about the new tests. They don't gotta take a swab all the way into your brain now.
That's good.
I'm like, oh, you only do like the front of the nose. I'm like, yeah, we never really needed to do that in the first place. Everybody just felt entitled, so fuck them. We started poking people.
I don't know how I was gonna do that because I get really skeeved out, and I was getting ready. I was already as soon as we knew that we would have to like do one of those things. Xerxes turned to me and said, I'll do it for you. And I was like, well, prepare for me to be a big baby. And he goes, I know.
Sure. Did they do it? Was it the one that really touches your brain? It feels like it.
I hadn't needed to do it at all. Okay. So I have not gotten a COVID test, but I just ordered the non-brain COVID tests from the government. What's
this one, by the way? Because when I got one the other day, it was right on the outside of the nose. I don't know. I mean, in the nose, but the front,
I think it's just the swabbing of the nose, but I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you spit on it. I mean, if it's free, can you pee on it? It should be something fun. Then it goes up your nose. Right. Anyway, how do you think of this for the poll? Has a frustratingly hard to navigate website ever made you cry?
Oh my God. Yes, it has. Oh my, that's a good poll. It not only made me cry, like now I understand that some of these places, they drain me. And yes. I have to do it on days that we don't record because then, I get in the head. I have to be very patient. I have to have other things going on because, you're going to sit on hold. And I have to have time afterwards to either cry or sit out for a while because I could be patient through the process, but I need to have something afterwards, like afterwards or during we smoke. Afterwards, we go for a walk. Afterwards, we go for a bike ride, or afterwards I take a nap.
Yeah.
Because then I have something to look forward to. But you really need a lot of strength for that.
I had palms on eyes. I'll put it that way. I had my hand. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm glad you're saying that because you feel like such a baby. You're like,
that's what makes it. That's the part. Yeah. How does everybody have a fucking house and I can't pay my taxes?
How is everybody adulting? And then you find out as soon as we all get in a room and we're honest for half a second, everyone is having one area of their adult life is just too hard to adult in. And I think we all have to forgive ourselves and just do a small thing today or this week towards that thing and then let it go for the time being. Because they step on you. It's a hard grip.
Fucking internet's so great. Yeah, for what? I go on the internet and I'm curious. I want to heat up a sandwich from yesterday. I'm like, you know what? Let me put this in the fucking oven, right? Live it up. Put a little foil in it. And I'm going to Google, how long do I put a sandwich in the oven for? Well, varying sandwiches and oven times. The answer is simple. Add. Make your sandwich how you like it. It may have cheese or sensitive condiments. Keep that in mind. Add. 5 days later. In conclusion, set the time and temperature of your sandwich to how you like it. Then you can tell they didn't do enough words for their money. And they're like, taste matters, send. Fuck you. This internet. I don't know.
350 about 10 minutes.
350, 10 minutes. Yeah, that's everything, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? Yesterday felt like it really should have been a tub day. You know what I mean? That's when you just look at your bathtub and go, man, I wish I had a bigger tub. So now I'm more bummed out.
Well, you got to
They don't
switch
make
over.
tubs for me.
You got to switch over to a tub of popcorn instead. Just tub related.
I'm 6'2". Tubs for us. You get a normal tub or you get Shaq's tub, and there's really no in between. You know,
you
even like
tub.
Yesterday, if the Wishmaster, you know, the evil Wishmaster, you ask for a wish, this guy really fucks you. I'd be like, man, I want a long tub. And he's like, would you like a long tub? And I'm like, yes. He goes, wish grant. And then he's like, but I'm going to shove it up your ass. I'm like, do it. Who cares anymore? Do it. I go, all right, I'll watch SNL. I haven't seen it yet. I click it on. We didn't record it. No reason. What the fuck? So now I can't even do the fun things. This day is just one thing after another. Then my internet goes out.
Oh,
and
it's never just one thing. Oh.
I pay $150 a month. I think that's enough. I think that's enough to not, whenever I have to call about service being down, you get the stupid fucking robot that never can take care of anything. You're having issues with one device. This is the robot. Are you having issues with one device? And I'm like, yes. No. What? Okay, next question. What's one device, but it's all the devices. What? Do you think they hear those? Do they listen back?
I always think they are, because it's got to be so funny. I always think while I'm on hold, people can either hear me or they're recording it, and at some point they just kind of review it, and they got to do a best of those, because everyone's being sarcastic during those breaks. Everyone's yelling at the machine. Oh, and so sarcastic at robots talking to us, like, oh yeah, that's what I would answer. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Blow me. I heard yes this time. Well, I gotta say blow me every time. The computer goes, what's the code for your device? No joke. Your mom. What the fuck? Another code? How many fucking codes are there? The code is fix my fucking internet. So like, we're getting, you know, and I'm dealing with this guy over the phone eventually, and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't know why it's wrong. We'll send somebody out to you soon. And I'm like, soon doesn't mean soon, and I got to record. I hang out.
What's soon? Also, soon is not a measurement of time. You work for me,
right?
What time is soon? Yeah, I'll be in the office soon.
So I
go. Well, we have a meeting at 3. Are you going to be here by then?
Right.
We'll try to.
We'll try to. Somebody else will call you tonight. Hopefully, they might not, though. I'm pretty clear that they probably won't, right? But they might.
Why would they try to? Is it part of is that part of their job description? And if they ask for help, try.
He goes, Mark at Spectrum, how can I help you? And I go, yes, Mark, maybe you can't help me because I'm ready to fucking cry. That's really how I begin. Yeah,
I've said that.
And, you know, he couldn't figure it out. He's trying things. And then when I hang up, it works.
Wow.
And then I got to deal with 17 calls. Like, you're canceling the call? Why? Like, oh, now you guys are here. You're on suicide watch? That's what they're saying. It sounds like you were on suicide watch. You sure you don't need us to come out?
Oh my God, you went crazy in the last 24 hours.
I really did. I really did.
How did you manage that?
I wanted them to answer the phone like, hi, it's Spectrum. All your systems are linked, and it says you're having a day. I think that's what I wanted. That should be a Spectrum commercial. We're more buddies than a job. It's just life is hard enough, right? You have work, a job. You have family dynamics at home. You have misunderstood emotions when it comes to love. Okay, I'll play this sick game. But then when there's a wire in my fucking system that's crapping out and I can't figure out what's what it... I didn't agree to that. I agreed to the hard shit, I thought. But now you got to find the right IRS bill. That's important. And also keep in mind, by the way, that the great Lord above sees everything. So he's watching you go through all this and he's loving it. Our God is a dickhead. God, he reigns. He sees all this. He doesn't give a fuck. He's enjoying it or he'd stop it. You don't do things you don't get something out of. Even if you're talking to an asshole friend, right? Like, well, you're getting
is it
something
my
maybe you're
turn
getting
to
out
be?
of. Huh?
Is it my turn to be paraphrased? Is that what's happening? Keith takes his OMAT lessons. This is him with OMAT, by the way. This is way more calm than how he used to be.
God sees you and he's not buying you a new tub. Okay.
For the record, I did not talk about God in OMAT ever.
And by the way, one of my off the subway stops, this woman asked me for directions. At first, I always feel it's always nice because you got picked out. There's something maybe you just carry yourself not eating shit out of your hand in New York and they pick you. But I like being picked. They fucked up, but I enjoy it. You ever feel that way? I'm like,
sure. I feel fun when they start speaking in Spanish and I'm like, I can do this. And then they're like, wait, do you speak Spanish? And I'm like, well, I can't tell you that I do, but I can understand you.
And I'm not good at direction, and this thing's on Broadway, and then I get off, it's West Broadway, so I'm like, it sounds like Broadway to me.
Oh no.
How many fucking Broadways can there be? I'm on the west side, I assume. Hey, I was on West Broadway. Your show? Yeah. Okay. And I'm looking at the phone. I'm not shy about looking at the map on the phone, but there's just too much technology in that area, and it doesn't know where you're at or where to turn. It can't figure it out. So I'm figuring it out. This woman asked for. I'm like, I don't really know. Like I'm going to Broadway. You might want to come with me, but I don't know. And so
don't
she
you feel like
me.
there's a clock ticking? Like if you don't have the answer, they just start walking away, and it's like, if you just give me a fucking second, I can.
Right. I think that too, but I don't mind it because I've so many times where it's like, I think over, and I'm like, I'm out. You're actually wasting my time. I have no time for thinking. I have time for knowing.
So you were going to Broadway, you think?
Yes.
And you gave her a heads up.
I think she said Broadway. I don't think she said West Broadway, but I saw West Broadway and I'm like, so I think here, and we go, then next thing you know, I'm making a fucking, if you followed my tracker, I probably drew 2 pentagrams. This way, that way. Oh, that's Broadway. I think we go this. Then somebody asked me, a stranger goes, am I in Chinatown? And I'm like, wrong guy to fucking ask. I don't even know if we're in Chinatown or not. So I think so. Canal, whatever the fuck, Varick. So then, so
she's coming with you for this pentagram trip.
We're going everywhere. We're crossing traffic fast together.
You're dating now.
Yeah, it's a date. Then I go, okay, so I think my number's this way. I think I just missed that it's around the corner, and I think yours is straight ahead. Then my map starts picking up. Finally, I mean, this is easily 10 minutes. It starts picking. And apparently there's a different Broadway. So she's going to realize.
Oh, my God.
In Jersey.
Oh, my God.
And by the way, there's a Broadway in New Jersey where I hit my phone and it said the IRS is in Broadway. Then another time I checked my phone, it took me to the same number Broadway, but in Jersey. And I'm off the 5th train I took. And I'm like, what?
Oh, God.
Yes, I had a day.
Wow. Wow. Welcome.
Good to be back.
Did you cry?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yes.
Because you cry at the moments like that. You're crying for the frustration, but then a couple tears come out from like other shit that you've been thinking about. And it's like, I think I released a couple little demons too with that. It's time for ice cream. Now you're having ice cream. Everything's a little nice.
You just feel so stupid. And and like you said before, everybody's doing this, obviously. Yep. Why can't I do this today? And
but I think everybody is neglecting something in their life. You can't. It's too many things. It's too many things. There's one thing that you're always like, I should be blah, blah, blah. I should. And they call that shooting on yourself.
Right. Shooting on yourself.
And it's like, maybe I stop shooting on myself and just kind of go, that's today.
Well, I think, you know what? It is so helpful to, even when you hear like, oh, what's going on in your house though? You're trying to pay your taxes. My kid just stabbed the other kid. Like, Okay, good. Okay. Sorry that happened. Good. Okay, something had to happen. But even then, you'd be like, yeah, but those are your kids. You can, I mean, who the fuck knows what takes sometimes, But I can't figure out a search bar what I'm supposed to type in.
No, but that's why we don't like those people that it's like, how's it going in this area? Oh, everything's perfect. How's it going in this? Everything's perfect. It's like, well, you're a liar. Anybody else at this party I want to talk to?
That's why I think it is why I definitely have a thing about me where, I mean, this is a listener would know, like, if somebody starts telling me an answer to something and it's bullshit, I'm like, stop, fuck you. Or I complain about something. This is more the point. I complain about something and they go, well, you just type in search direct pay. You would just do that. And I'm like, you weren't born with that and I'm going to kill you. And it really goes to Boba Fett. It's good. Boba Fett is not good.
Oh boy.
He was a hero of ours for whatever weird reason. He was a cool looking character, but the show is shit. If you were just honest and said you like stories being told to you, I'd be like, okay, now we're talking. You're not full of shit. There are some things that aren't making too much sense. I don't have to cry today. That's what I want out of this world. And we have it in us to tell the fucking truth. We're not doing it. And we're getting as a gift fucking COVID tests. That's why the Suicide Squad talk was very important. Thank you. On February 5th, make sure you come to our marathon. Make sure you go to YouTube and click the bell. And athleticgreens.com/KATG. Buy a bottle. Don't let them shit on us. Thank you.
KeithAndTheGirl.com